Hi everybody. Oh, it's hot out, but I'm gonna go brave it. Today's the geek day. I gotta go see the geeks before I go to Best Buy. I need a graphic card. But I need to go get some sleeping pills. Yes, I'll explain it all. I still don't know that I have totally agreed to take them. Well, we need to go, so I'll explain everything when we get back. There's a few things on my list. So, I know that we will be going to 2, 3, maybe 4. I'd love just to go to Ross and check it out. Well, we're off. Well, I stopped and I got the pills. I'll discuss that later. But I stopped and got Vicks, my favorite coffee, because it's a bit of a ways to the geek store. It's just basically electronic parts, but they do sell used parts, and I'd be glad to have a used graphic card. It's fine with me. They test all the parts. It's so funny to go there, because I'm convinced that they all suffer Asperger's. They won't look you in the eye, and because I'm a chick, they freak out. So I am gonna drink coffee and go for a ride till we get to the geek store. Well, that was excellent $5 graphic card. I was going to pay $28 or $35 online. So, love the geek guys. You know, their thing is that they work in, this place is basically built on having resistors and circuit boards and stuff like that. But they tend to carry everything. And on the 19th, they're having a giant garage sale. Yay! I'm going to be here. I thought I'd show you my giant haul. Well, this was the graphic card I got. And it is by far not the greatest graphic card on earth. And I'm hoping that it will work. But for $4.95, it's worth a chance. And 2 alligator clips. I broke my alligator clip. They were having a sale at Best Buy, so this is $89 and I paid $55. It is an internal hard drive, and I will explain to you how I save stuff. Some white cheddar corn, 2 breakfast drinks, and this should be against the law. Look at this. This was by the register when I checked out at Rite Aid. It's a giant pecan turtle by Russell Stoker's. Oh, like, yum. Well, let me settle in a minute, and then I have to go and try a few things. And I'll be back. I got some great mail this morning from Amazon, and I didn't order anything. Amanda sent me, because she'd been reading this book, and it's by a food critic, believe it or not. It's a novel by a food critic, and it's by Anya von Bremzen, and it's The Mystery of the Art of Soviet Cooking, a Memory of Food and Longing. And it's basically about her life growing up in the Soviet Union. And I mean, it starts out, it's just excellent. I mean, I've already started reading it. As soon as I took it out of the pack, I started reading it. I was just going to take a look at, start it, but it's like really good. But like, she talks about her love of food and why, and loving memories of her mother and family. And it is just a different book, but really good. I'll have to tell you when I finish it. But like in their apartment building, it was like 18 families. And they shared a kitchen. It sounds like that's not as big as mine. Wow. So let's see. So sleeping pills. Why sleeping pills? Well, to make my doctor happy, I went to see a sleep specialist. And coffee. Because he wasn't happy about. I went to see a neurologist that specializes in sleep disorder. And he said that I'm not the first woman of my age, nor will I be the last, that assumes because we are in perimenopause or menopause that we're just going to go without sleep the rest of our lives. He says what happens is that we actually are turning ourselves very successfully into insomniacs. So everything he'd say, like, okay, I want you to be to bed early. It's like, no, can do. I'm a night owl. He said, okay, I want you to take the sleeping pill, which is non-habit forming. I can stop it at any time. At noon, and I have to, at midnight, and I have to get up at 9:30 and get out of bed. And I told him that. And he said, I couldn't go to my bed until I literally was going to go to sleep. And I told him I can't do that because of my sciatica. And oftentimes, when I'm even answering comments on YouTube, I go and, get in my bed. It's comfortable. I'm out of, it takes the pressure off my hip. And he said, okay, but I want you to take the pill. But, all the things he said you shouldn't do, I do. It's just amazing. But he said that it takes about 30 days to fall back into a sleep pattern. And he would like to see me get, at least 7 hours sleep. So I'm still reading up on this premise that he has introduced, that we basically give up and think, oh my God, well, this is the way it is. And we basically turn ourselves into insomniacs. And, and he said that the drug, and I hesitate to say anything about drugs on the internet because I don't want everybody, you talk to your doctor about it, but it's a very common one. It's non-habit forming. It's not a narcotic. It's fine to take. He says he himself has taken it, but I thought it was so funny because he's listening to me and I think he's spacing out. And he's not. He's just heard it all. But he said one of the things that is, he would like to at least see me get out of bed at 9:30, set my alarm, get up no matter how late I stay up, and go for a 15-minute walk while I drink my coffee. And he said, he says nothing substitutes the fresh air and the sunlight, and it's 15 minutes. Not a lot to ask. A lot to ask of me. So I'm going to try, I'm still reading up because I never thought that I had turned myself into an insomniac. It's like, wow, I didn't think about that veritable. So he, I'm to see him in 30 days. So he has asked me, he, said, start him when you feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable on them, please go off them. And we'll talk again in 30 days. So I'm going, I'm doing a little bit more research on it. And so far, he's right. I think he's right. So I'll take 6 or 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep because I get through cycles where it's like, I fall right asleep. I'm in a dead sleep. 3 hours later, I'm awake. And it's tiring. Like when I went sitting in front of him, I was thinking, oh my God, I've only had 2.5 hours sleep. And that's what I told him. So he said for me to try it, that it's a, you know, that we assume that this is it. Can't be fixed. And so I don't know, he may be right. I'm leaning toward that he is right. So, got the hard drive. If anybody's interested, I'll show you. I own an external hard drive case, and that is where I keep all my valuable information. And by valuable, I mean my pictures and stuff. And it takes me, I would have bought two if I had really known what it's such. That should have been $89. I got it for $55 with tax. So it's cheap. It's a terabyte. And it will last me probably no more than a year. I'll go 8 months. And then what I do is I put it in a static bag so that it's an anti-static bag. And then I put it in a Ziploc bag and take it down to the Mima's, Anita's, and put it in a fireproof safe. And she also has one there that we take out of the safe, and I put it in my box and we download her pictures onto it. This is the way I save stuff. It's quicker than burning. They're well labeled as to what's on them. And this is just strictly an archive for future generations. And it's the way I do it. So let's see, what's for dinner? I'm going to be making the Mexican steak. I'll show you. And it's also a great hors d'oeuvre when you watch me make the Mexican steak. You can make meatballs and bake them, and then throw them in a crock pot on low to take to a party. You use the same things, the salsa, the Worcestershire sauce. You know, put some cheddar on top of them. They're excellent hors d'oeuvres, or, you know, like your share of the meal. Take little toothpicks and toothpick them out. So, let's see. Other than, obviously, as you can tell, I'm not sleeping. I also need to go back on my vitamins. I haven't been taking my vitamins. No. Basically, you know, this is the dog days of August, as if you watch my making burritos. That's me in a very horribly bad mood. And that is just August getting to me. These are the dog days of summer. I mean, I have seasonal depression during summer, and the first snowstorm, I'm out dancing and howling like a dog. I am so happy. Oh, I'm just a strange human being. I really am. Now, you know, when I did the how to copy a link video, which, by the way, you know, I don't even know how any of you could watch it. It's pretty badly filmed. But, you know, my sciatica was hurting me, and I was stuck in bed. And, but I've heard several of you say that, you know, you got to film this in one shot because you don't know how to edit. So I'm going to try to do a video on editing. Just the rudimentary skills of editing. I'm not a big editor or thumbnail or anything because I just like it. My videos just to be organic, and this is the way they are. I mean, if it's a good mood, it's a good mood. If not, it's not. If I have a broken computer, gotta fix it. But I will be doing a video on rudimentary or the fundamentals of Windows only. So I think we're have to reach out to, like, maybe Glitzy Fritzy, because she does a Mac, I believe, Mary, or somebody to do maybe a possibility of a one on simple editing skills to learn them, and then you can develop them more. I use just the Windows Media whatever player that Movie Maker or whatever it's called, until I really pay attention to certain things. And I will show you how I edit, add captions, you know, just rudimentary things. And but if you have something that you would like to maybe see in a video, be sure to put it in the comment section. If it is something that relates to filming, YouTube, or yeah, I'll try to answer simple questions. I don't consider myself an expert, but I've been on a computer for over 20 years. I've built my own computers, I fixed computers, I test software. I have my own little niche, you know. But right now, I basically dedicate myself to the forums that I run. I believe that they're very important, and that's what I spend a lot of my time, and also doing volunteer work. So I need to drink some more coffee. So if there's something you'd like to know about, like I said, put it in the comment section. And next time you see me, I'll probably be making Mexican steak. I have to do some pots first. Well, making Mexican steak. These are really thin pieces of brown steak, just from Walmart, the cheap ones, but it works out good because I want them, how do I explain that? I'm going to be putting salsa, half of this at first, over them, putting a lid and letting them marinate in it and cook. And then when they're done, I'll pour it all in, and then I'll top it off with this leftover cheese. And I'll be serving it with these potatoes and some frozen peas. I have another bag of peas too. I like this one. And this one I've made and froze, and it really freezes good. So last time I made the chicken, I still ended up with 2 frozen. So hey, so I got like my own frozen food happening here. So I'm behind. Nobody's coming for dinner. I'm just cooking a bunch to freeze. But I got behind because I'd go on the internet and do some work. So I'm gonna, well, this cooks, I'm gonna run the mop real fast. I've not been the carefulest with drinks, so I'm just gonna, I'll just mop. You don't need to know what. I'm mopping, okay? I'm nuts sometimes. So, put on some salsa on it. Added just a little water. And now I'm going to cover it. And just let it cook for a while. Easy peasy. Ah, my face itches. And read the book. Love this book, by the way. So, that's what I'm doing. So, it's been cooking for about a half an hour. So I'm going to start the milk for the potatoes. And then just nuke the peas. And then then just before I get ready to serve it, or when I declare it done, I'll put the cheese on it and let it melt. It's a great meal. It's easy peasy. And tonight I'm going to be reading and moving files because I need to back up my laptop. Back up all the computers, really. I forgot about that. I needed to back up 3 computers. Just in case, because I'm going to download the Windows 10. I'm not crazy about changing Windows, but it's got to be better than 7 and 8. I do not like them. So, just in case, you know, I got to back up all the stuff. I don't trust installing over the operating system. Good hiccup. Good. It has hiccuped. So that's why, you know, there's a big need for the hard drive. Windows 10. So this is probably it for me tonight. I'm going to read, back up, and maybe answer some of y'all's sweet comments on some of my videos. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And I just, and I love my subscribers. You know that. Well, I love you guys. Bye-bye.